Carna is a small island lying in Loch Sonard on the west coast of Scotland, and in 2018 we visited it for the first time, and it was such a magical place we decided to return in May 2019, and this video is the story of that trip in 2019. We were coming from the east coast of England, and Mike and Sarah were coming from Merseyside, so the journey was quite a bit to do in one day. So what we decided to do was stop at Crinlarrick. To everybody's amusement, Chris still thinks he's a lapdog, so he enjoys jumping on people's knees and the fuss and attention that brings. We had a really good evening, chatting and catching up. I was looking forward to the next day. The next morning after breakfast, we make our way to Fort William to pick up supplies for the week. Once everything is loaded onto the boat, it's a 15 to 20 minute trip over to the island of Carna. During this trip, it gives Chris a chance to reunite with some old acquaintances from his last visit there. The island of Carna is now known for its peace and its seclusion, but that island itself is packed with history, stretching back to its formation billions of years ago. The island is a 600-acre mosaic of wildlife-rich habitats, including traditional wildflowers and meadows, beechwood, pinewood and internationally important Atlantic oak woods, heather and moorland, peatland, hill grazing, many burns and some bogs, all of which is open to explore, and on this trip we were hoping to explore even more of the island than on the previous trip. On arriving at the island, the first inhabitants we make the acquaintance of is the mixed Highland cattle. There are a few of these cows on the island, only to look after the pastures, so if you're going to be a cow, it's a great place to be a cow. There are only 3 houses on the island, 2 of which are open to guests, and we were lucky enough to get the cottage, which we got last time. Last time there was nobody else on the island, and this time we were lucky again, as there was still nobody else on the island, so we were the only ones, so we were truly alone on a Scottish island. May can bring some very nice weather in Scotland, but it can be unpredictable. On our last visit to Scotland, which was in November, we managed to come across an Atlantic storm, which was very interesting, and it nearly sank our little boat. Chris is certainly a water dog and loves paddling at every opportunity. Carna Cottage is an original farmer's black house that has been modernised over the years to provide warm, comfortable and fully equipped self-catering accommodation. The cosy 2-bedroom cottage has a wood-burning stove in the lounge. Electric is provided by the island's generator, solar power and wind power. The island of Carna was a busy place up until more recent times. With Carna having a reasonable amount of flat cultivatable land, in 1850 it had up to 17 households, growing crops, keeping livestock, fishing, and all that was required to survive. On the island today you can see many remains of this once thriving little community. If you explore a little up from the houses, you'll find the old churchyard with some of the gravestones, and one contemplates that it is a very nice place to spend eternity. cows have been there a long time and seen it all, and they don't really want to play with the dog. But Chris keeps persisting, and they just keep ignoring him. Having a boat at your disposal is great, because you can find those little out-of-the-way places that are impossible to get to by any other means. Always remember to make sure you've got fresh batteries and memory cards in your camera. That way you'll always be ready to get the shots of those elusive animals that this island is well known for. Being on a boat also means that you can actually get very close to some of the wildlife that would normally turn and run at the first sign of a human. After any long day wildlife spotting, the best thing you can do when you get back home is to have a good old barbecue. Scotland's weather can be very changeable, so occasionally it's raining, but 5 minutes later the sun is probably back out again. And this day was no exception. The morning was spent reading and chilling out, which we thoroughly enjoyed. And once the sun came out, we decided to head off on yet another adventure on the boat. They say that all good things have to come to an end, and this end came far too quickly. The 5 of us, I think, were all very sad to leave the island, but we will be back, that is for certain.